Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Hindley Hall Herald podcast. We're on episode number 8 now in the month of August. Once again, myself and co-host Andy Birchall, course manager here.
Number 8. Who'd have thought we'd have got this far?
I know. Something we thought we'd do over winter and then see how it went, but we're well through the summer now. We've done 8 episodes. Last month we concentrated on the golf at Hindley a little bit more than we did on the course. So Stu and Di gave us a really good update on everything that was going on competition-wise at Hindley, and sadly we're going to be coming towards the end of the playing season towards the end of September. So in a future episode we'll have the Grants back on to give us a full roundup of what's been happening at
I don't
Hindley.
think they know that yet.
No, they don't know that yet, but they will when they watch this.
Yeah.
Okay. But for this episode, we're going to concentrate a little bit more on some of the plans that we've got for the course once we got past finals day in September, which is generally the endish of the season. So Andy and the Greens committee have had a meeting recently and come up with some ideas about what we're going to do over winter, some ambitious ideas that also include some of the work that we're going to need to do for when the new holes and the new practice ground project, creating that sustainable water source takes off. Hopefully, fingers crossed, all the signs are good for that next year. So, Andy, give us an update on what's been happening in July.
Right, okay. Data first then.
Yeah.
Right, let's start. Rainfall 2024, 74 mil. 2025, 52 mil.
Okay.
22 mil down, so an inch, thereabouts. And then interestingly, I thought I would look at a rainfall year to date to see where we're at. So year to date, 2025, 376 mil for the year.
This year. Yep.
Last year, 722 mil.
Wow. My maths is rubbish, but that sounds about, we've had twice as much water last year as this year.
Thereabouts 50%.
Right. Wow.
Less this year than last year. So that's a tick in the box.
Absolutely.
Temperature high, 2024 was 25.5. And 2025 this year was 28.8. So 3 and a bit degrees warmer.
Yeah.
Or higher.
Yeah.
This year. And then a low of 6.9 in 2024 and 8.8 in 2025. So the low is warmer as well.
So a warmer, drier summer.
Yeah, and then evapotranspiration, which is always a big factor at this time of year with the irrigation.
A reminder for everybody, that is the amount of water lost through the ground compared to how much has gone in.
So we've lost last year 102 mil out of the ground, but we had 74 mil of rainfall.
Yeah.
So we was in a 28 millimetre deficit.
Yeah.
So it was 28 millimetres drier. Yeah. This year, 109.1 millimetres we've lost out of the ground, but we've had 52 millimetres of rainfall. So we are 57.1 millimetres drier. So 2 inch drier.
Yeah.
Which certainly tells with the amount that the irrigation system has been on lately, or for the past few months, and I dread to see it, but I haven't bothered to ask the water bill, because
cost of using it.
As we've said before, unfortunately, we're still currently on mains water, but hopefully this development can take us away from that reliability, and we can produce our own water, basically.
Yep, that's the aim, and that's what we're trying to get to, isn't it?
We're a dry month. We've had a tinge of brown across the coast for a few months now.
Looks great.
This week, we're the 12th or 13th of August today when we're recording this, and we're forecasted 30 plus degrees today, and we're certainly getting browner again out there. We had a little bit of green come back. We had a few heavy spells of rain here and there over the past month, 6 weeks. But that brown tinge is certainly starting to work its way back across the course in areas that hadn't been brown, but are now brown.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. It reminds me of proper summers as a kid, that little brown in high spots and greens that are green, but
Yeah.
playing firm and fast, but it's proper summer golf, isn't it?
Yeah. So looking at the forecast going forward, I think, with probably another 10 days to 2 weeks of good weather.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens. But I think certainly the next 10 days is good weather, dry, firm, fast golf. I think across not only our course but others in the area. I think everyone's seeing the same. I know you posted on social or one of our chats you'd played down Bristol somewhere, and it was a lot drier than here. Even though we are dry,
I think
it was a lot drier.
I think this is, as a golfer, I think this has been a perfect summer for us at Hindley.
Yeah.
No golf interrupted through the weather. It's been great playing conditions. I've been lucky enough to play a few courses down in the south, and I can say they are desperate for some water.
Yeah.
Some of them, especially the ones like in East Anglia or down towards Bristol, where it's pretty dry, they are desperate for some water. So I think we've had probably those little downpours we've had here and there throughout the summer just kept us at a good place.
Yeah, I mean, from February, I don't have the exact numbers off the top of my head, but from February, every month we have had only double digits of water.
Right.
We've not reached triple digits, so we've not gone above 100 mil. Per month of water falling, and that's a big change from last year, and certainly the year before. Where virtually every month, I think, except April, was treble digits. So it's been a big it's been a big change this year for rainfall and how dry we've become.
Yeah, I think it's something we talked about in the golf industry in general, but certainly at Hindley, we've got our eye on the future with this project that's coming up to create our own sustainable water supply. But summers, we look like we're having one of these dry summers every 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
And then we're having a wet summer as well. So the extremes of the weather look like they're becoming the norm, which is what is being predicted. So we're going to need to really utilize water better in the summer months.
Yes.
And then obviously we've got the opposite problem of drainage when it's a wet period. So it's a challenge, but it's something that I think we're doing an incredible job at, looking to the future here rather than day by day.
We'll look to the future, and we'll try our best to negate them wet areas, them places that struggle to drain, and make things unplayable and difficult to maintain. And I've got a long list here that we spoke through in the Greens Committee meeting, and it's about just prioritising them areas, and even though we've had a very dry summer and everything is dry out there, you can't forget that some of these areas that were wet will come back wet. We've not done any work to them areas this summer. We've not put drains in to maintain or anything like that. That's to be done this sort of September to Christmas time. Is the first sort of phase one of winter, really. And you can't forget them areas. You need to be aware of them, and even if they stay dry for this side of Christmas, we still need to be going in there, investigating and resolving the issue or creating a solution to the new problem, whatever it might be. One or the other, we need to get back into them areas and start to do that. And hopefully as September comes to an end and grass growth starts to slow down, and the need for constant maintenance and cutting on the course slows down, then we can divert our attention to these areas. And then as we get further into the year and head closer towards Christmas, a lot of our attention will be Monday to Thursday on these areas, and then Friday will be presenting the course,
ready for some weekend golf.
The weekend golf, and then go again like the following week. That's sort of how we try to work. Obviously, the weather plays a massive part in that, and we don't know what's going to become of that. But that's generally how we sort of run a week to week basis here through sort of October onwards.
I mean, we're still in August, so we're still well in the summer months, and we're all enjoying fantastic golf. And it looks like to continue through into September, generally, with the weather. So we did spend some time looking ahead. Let our golfers, let our members get on with enjoying their summer golf, while we turn a small eye to what we're going to do once the weather starts to calm down and we move into autumn. So, do you want to just talk through a few little things we've been going through?
Yeah, so I think you said earlier that like end of major, I'm not saying playing season, but major playing season is really finals day, which is the first Sunday.
7th September.
Yeah, it's always the first Sunday in September. So this year it falls on the 7th. And we tried something new last year. And if you can remember, we reconstructed the 13th tee, extended the 16th tee, and leveled the first tee. We did that in a slightly different way than we've done in the past, and it seemed to have worked really, really well. You know, they've come on leaps and bounds for the work that was done early doors. As soon as that finals day happened, work on the 13th tee started the day after on the Monday, and that's really a plan for a few tees this winter that we've put to the top of the agenda. That once finals days happened on the 7th this year, Monday the 8th, we will move then straight to, we think, hopefully, but it could be a bit of a time cost yet, but hopefully the men's 4th tee, which will be stripped, rebuilt, reconstructed, extended, and the ladies' tee is going to move back onto that new tee, and the ladies' tee as is now will become a winter tee.
Yeah.
And then from there, hopefully, we will go to the second yellow tee.
Yeah.
And level and try to extend that a little bit, although I think that might be difficult. I think we touched in the last podcast about the need for wider tees rather than longer tees. And we're going to try and make that second tee that bit wider so we can get 2 markers widths across it.
Yeah.
I think it might be a challenge to get a full 2 markers widths, but if we can gain a few more yards, then it's better than none. And then from there, we will go to the ladies' 11th tee and level that. Nothing serious really to be done there. It's a good tee in a good spot. It's just got a large camber through the middle of it, so we'll level that, and then we'll go and reconstruct a brand new ladies' 8th tee at the top of the ravine. You know, it's a difficult hole for the ladies as it stands at the moment. It's a 209-ish,
something like that. Yeah.
Par 3 uphill. Over a large ravine / stream. With trees overhanging that really we can't take down or prune due to residents and where the men's tee is situated. So we'd like to leave them trees in as a barrier, and we think the best solution is really to move that ladies' tee forward and left, down towards the winter teeing area, and make it a 165 yard par 3, something around that sort of range, which should make it a lot more playable for everybody. And mean that you should really get over that stream.
I don't think there's too many women golfers out there that can reach that as a par 3 from the current tee. I think it's a slightly unfair hole at the moment. So we do need to do something.
And then from there, we've got a priority list of wet areas on the course. So just to give you a gist of some of them, we're in no particular order. I've got these in a priority order, but not on this list. We're going to go and look at the right-hand side of the first green. Even though that's not a bad area as it stands at the moment, when it does rain, it holds water for longer now than it used to. And it is at this time of year, it is a heavy traffic area as well, you know, and it's a popular landing spot. A lot of amateur golfers that are right-handed, if they hit a bad shot, it finishes short and right, and that's a popular spot. So
I would say nearly every golfer is missing on the right there because left is no good out of bounds.
yeah.
So popular spot for everyone.
It needs to be high on our priority before it does.
Do you think that's a broken drain or what? Just going to investigate and see what it is?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. And then the other bits and pieces. We've got the right hand side of the ninth fairway, sort of where the water main comes across the golf course. That's becoming very wet now. There is a drain in that area, and I think it's just a case of we need to extend that drain. I don't think it's anything more serious than that. It's just it needs extending basically.
Yeah,
we've got the usual area on the right hand side of 3. Everybody, I'm sure, can remember how bad that has been in recent times. Sort of level with the fairway bunker.
Yeah, straight to the right. Yeah,
on the other side. We've not done any work in that area. We've verti-drained it a few times while it's been so dry and tried to open that surface up. But other than that, we've not done any work in there. So that needs a good investigate. And I think, probably 10, 11 years ago, maybe even a bit longer, a large drain was put in down that right-hand side. And it worked to some extent, but I never felt that, certainly in recent years, that drain still runs clear and fine, nothing's blocking it. But I don't feel that we ever got to the bottom of the issue of what was causing the wet spot in the first place. So I think that needs some serious investigation and then a bit of a plan forming.
Yeah.
And likewise, the same applies to the right-hand side of the 10th fairway where the second fairway bunker is on the right. That's been a bad area and works have been done there in the past. But again, I don't think the cause of the problem has ever been found. And I think that's what we need to get to. We need to find the ultimate cause of the problem and then work solutions out from there. And unfortunately, we don't know until basically we start digging some holes and find out. And then there's a few other bits and pieces across the golf course. And I know I said to the committee, and I haven't done it yet, that this will go out to the members in a priority order and just sort of put you in the picture on what's planned from 8th of September really until Christmas. And we'll see where we get. And then at Christmas, fingers crossed, the works are done and we can tick a few more off this list off in the January to March time.
Yeah.
But if the weather turns bad on us and we can't get out there, we have got other works planned as well, which I'll put in the email to everybody.
I think that's the key, isn't it? It's weather dependent, some of this, isn't it? So we need to be flexible with whatever plan you put together so that if the weather does not play ball and it's not on our side, you can change to a different plan to do other things that aren't as weather dependent.
But we just can't forget these areas and they need to, this list, however small it is, come next March, it needs to carry on.
Yeah.
This time next year, the conversation needs to happen again that, right, what's left on the list, what do we do, what do we not, and what's our priorities now, as well as, shall I go on to it?
Yeah, let's get on there,
well as in the background that we need to do works on the 19th hole, 10B, 11A, whatever you want to call it. As Darren alluded to earlier, things are going well with the development. We're still waiting for Wigan Council to get back to us so we can go to formal planning. But in an ideal world, if timeframes are adhered to and we can turn it round and get things moving, then theoretically the 19th hole needs to be in play for sort of October next year.
So the end of the playing season, 26, it needs to be ready to go.
So whilst all this works is going on and the tees works, we need to still be doing stuff over there. I don't know what year it was. I want to say the mid-70s, but that chipping green used to be the first green. And then I'm not sure the reasons why, but for whatever reason it was moved, or the hole was made shorter and the green is where it is now.
Yeah.
But that chipping green is actually a proper green with full irrigation system in. So we felt that trying to put that back into play in some form was a better solution than a temporary green and a temporary tee in the middle of the 14th fairway, which was our other solution to maintain an 18-hole golf course.
So just to regress a little bit, just to recap on what we're doing. Once the works go ahead, creating 2 new holes down where the practice field is now and the farmer's field.
Yes.
Down that way. So it'll be a par 5 and a par 3.
Yeah.
Which will take out the 12th and the 13th current holes.
Yes.
So to make sure that we've got a full playable course, we need to create an extra hole. And the original idea was to split the 14th and create a temporary green, which I don't think is a solution for a 12-month period. I don't think any of us wanted to see that. So yourself and Stuart came up with Plan B stroke 11A, which is what we're talking about, using the practice chipping green, as a proper hole.
Yeah.
So
you'll tee off from the 11th winter tee as it is now and play to the chipping green. There'll be a bunker going in. There'll be some mounding going in. The green will be made bigger. If you walk over there last week, this week, and the weeks coming, you'll see the outline of where the green is going to go, which is, we think, there or thereabouts what was the original green. Some new irrigation parts are going to go in, so the irrigation that's currently in on the chipping green doesn't match the rest of the golf course and doesn't run off the same system. So we're going to turn that so it can all become uniform and fall into our maintenance of the rest of the golf course.
Yeah.
And then, we'll build a couple of tees and a bunker and some mounding, and then hopefully we can have that ready and function as a proper golf hole from, fingers crossed, October next year. But it's something that just needs to be ticking away in the background constantly, and it's not going to happen overnight. But we just need to be. We just need to be.
I think it's just
going at it.
Something for us as members to be aware of is a constant project over the next 12 months.
Yeah.
For you to chip away at, and for us to be a bit respectful of that area, not dragging trolleys across what would be the new green and things like that, just to be aware of what's going on. And still use as a chipping green though in the meantime. We're still using it. But just to be aware that
there will be a cut-off point where we say no, but I don't know when that'll be. It's all on the timeline of the bigger project, and the reason that's going to come into play if everything goes to plan in October is that the 13th green and the left-hand side of the green of the 13th were new retention ponds, attenuation ponds are going to be built. That'll be the first sort of part of our golf course as it is now. We lose.
Right. Okay.
That'll be the first area to go.
Yeah.
So 12 will still be playable, 14 will still be playable, but 13th green and the left of the green will be the first. The entrance to the practice ground as is now, that sort of area will be the first bit to go. Yeah. So we need that in play before we lose 13.
Yeah.
Hence why the work's starting now.
Yeah.
And we can just keep plodding away. And if the plans are thrown out or it falls through or whatever, we've not lost anything because we've still got another hole, a 19th hole, a chipping area. There'll be a lot better than it currently is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that 19th hole will still be maintained as a proper hole, and it could be used in the future as if we're doing works on another hole on the golf course. We can put that into place, so we can still maintain an 18-hole golf course or maintain playing an 18-hole golf course while works happen elsewhere on the golf course. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, definitely. Way. Yeah, I think one of the other things you mentioned putting a bunker in there. There's currently one at the back, isn't there, where you can practice out. But you're talking about putting a new bunker in there. and trying to design that in the same way that the new holes would hopefully have their bunkers designed. So use it as a bit of a testing ground to then roll it out as a program in future years across the rest of the golf course in updating the bunkers.
Yes.
So I know a lot of members, I mean, it's at every golf course, bunkers will always be the one thing that members will say needs to be improved no matter where you play. And I've no doubt that our bunkers and our members feel the same about our bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
So over a course of a period of years, would hopefully start to renovate them to the same spec as everything that's being done as part of this development. So there is no point in spending loads of money now on some of the bunkers, knowing that we want to update them all as part of a bigger plan.
Yeah.
So I think it's something just to be aware of that.
Yeah.
And we'd like a bit of feedback as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Feedback's always good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bunker though, when we start to design and build it, that will sort of be a blueprint of what the 3 or 4 bunkers on the 2 on holes 11 and on holes 12 and 13 will look like, and then going forward what the remainder of the bunkers on the golf course will look like, whether the remainder of the bunkers stay in the places they are or are removed or removed.
Yeah,
that's yet to be decided, and we'll seek advice and architects and stuff on that and get it designed and drawn up properly. But yeah, what that bunker will be is a basic blueprint of what the rest are going to start to look like.
Yeah,
and hopefully everybody likes it.
Yeah, well,
if not,
we don't want to go in
rebuild and go again.
We don't want to go in any bunkers, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah,
be good. So, okay, that's good. Anything else going on course wise?
We've just done a small round of greens maintenance, which happened on Monday, and I'm pleased to say that they're all but fully recovered today. There's a slight bit of feed still kicking around, but with the irrigation on last night, it'll be on again tonight, and with the amount of moisture lost today, it's probably going to be on tomorrow morning as well as again tomorrow night. So I would hope by tomorrow morning or lunchtime tomorrow, all that feed will have brought down and gone and start to do its job. And then, really today you can't tell we've been on, which is good. And then we've got our last major round of greens maintenance on the 15th of September. So that's a week after we start the tees. On that Monday, the 15th, we'll be doing a major round of greens maintenance, which hopefully then will see us set up and ready for the winter. And then it's, unfortunately, things will start to slow down. After that, temperatures will start to decrease. Daylight hours are already, unfortunately, fading now. I think I saw a post that last night was it last night or the night before was the last 8:30 daylight, and then sunrise tonight's fallen before 8:30.
Listen, we got some members already asking when can they get the winter mats out. They love winter golf that much, so I'm not one of them. But we're heading into autumn, which is always a great time of year to golf, actually.
Yeah,
a little bit cooler, a little bit more comfortable, but the course is holding up really well. We were chatting a little bit off air about greens maintenance and how golf clubs sometimes manage their schedules, and August seems to be a really popular month for people doing the majority of the summer work. But I think,
well, you've got the soil temperatures, you've got the air temperatures. There's generally some rain flying around. I know we've not had any, but we've got an irrigation system, so hence why Monday was the perfect time to go for it. We had a quiet Monday and Tuesday, which is unusual in our calendar this year, that we've had a couple of quiet days. We seem to have something on every day at the moment. But we had a quiet Monday and Tuesday with no team matches on, or visiting parties or societies, whatever else. So it fell right, and it was the ideal time just to get out and get it done. And the lads did a sterling job in coming in early, and we managed to get it done and stay in front of golf. So golf was affected by it, but
not by very much.
Yeah, but not by very much. They didn't. have holes closed or temporary greens in play or anything like that. We stayed in front of golf, but
good.
The greens weren't as great that Monday afternoon as they were Tuesday morning. But
Yeah.
that's just part and parcel of having to get on and do a bit of maintenance to keep the surfaces where we want them and keep pushing forward.
Just one of the things to kind of wrap up with, I suppose, and thinking about the autumn and the winter, and you're talking about the playing surfaces, keeping them as good as we possibly can be, and the way that Hindley and the Greens team in particular, with you leading it, and Dave financing things through club finances, is always looking at how we can improve things. And you've added a little something in to try and help with some of the potential disease pressures that come with autumn and winter. Do you want to just touch on that a little bit? We'll do a bit more on it another time.
Do we go down a rabbit hole?
No, not too far. No, not deep. Just scratch the surface.
Right, where to start?
So last winter, we saw a little bit of disease marking on the greens that took a little while to recover from. In the spring, mainly due there was no warmth, there was no growth, and as soon as that kicked in, it disappeared.
Correct.
So
and hands up, we missed the sprayer window.
Yeah.
Due to holidays and weather.
Yeah.
You know, if you can cast your mind back, there was a period in and around bonfire, so early November, where we had 2 weeks of constant misty, foggy, damp, dark days,
gloomy days, anticlimactical gloom.
Yeah, where you just couldn't get rid of moisture on the greens. They were just sat in like dew all day, and it didn't matter how many times you brushed or cut or rolled. You could have had one guy doing that all day long, you know, and it just caught us out basically. And you know, there was plenty of other people in the area and up and down the country that were seeing the same. So I'll try and not go down a rabbit hole here, but I watched something on YouTube called PX Farms, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it gave me a rabbit hole to fall down and to look at, and he decided to create something called the Field of Dreams, where he would give this field, growing a crop, I think it was barley, but I'm not 100%, whatever it needed at the right time, and whenever that was, and then he would see what the cost of inputs was against the return cost of grain, and whether it was financially viable. So I approached Dave with an idea that we would try to go disease-free and prevent it as much as possible, which we tried to do anyway. But I wanted to go at it a bit harder and a bit on a larger scale this time. And, you know, fortunately enough, we're in a position where he's given me the thumbs up and the go ahead. And that's what we're going to try to do. So sort of every 2 weeks, thereabouts, the greens are going to have some form of treatment or nutrition.
This is after the main playing season.
After
it's
the
like October.
Yeah, we're sort of end of September into October. And we're going to try our best to be disease-free. I'm not going to say we are.
Yeah.
We might succeed, we might fail at this. The weather might take it completely out of our hands, and we might end up being covered in snow for a month. But we can put these plans in place and see whether we can make our field of dreams come true, and whether we can produce surfaces that, at cost, obviously, but whether that cost is more beneficial next year. Am I making sense?
Yeah. You see, you reap the rewards next year.
Because we'll have a better start
to the
better
season.
surfaces earlier in the season, because we've not got disease scarring or disease marking that we're trying to recover from, and then trying to produce surfaces. So, you know, we've been able to keep track this year of our inputs into greens to bring them to where they are. And if we can do this year and create our field of dreams, then do we need them inputs next year like we did this year?
To add into the plan is something that you proven works given the right conditions.
Yeah.
And that it's something that we should all benefit from.
Correct. So I hope that's not too much of a a rabbit hole that we've fallen down. I could go on for hours on that, but yeah.
Oh, it makes sense. Makes sense.
We'll give it a go.
Yeah. And I think that's something that we're really good at Hindley, is giving something a go, making it a bit of a project, see whether it works for us.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work for us, we've tried it, and we'll move on to something else. So
I
it's
mean,
good to have that progression.
Yeah, what works for one doesn't work for another, does it? But if we don't try something, then we're moving backwards, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we might as well give it a try.
It's all good to me. All good to me. Are we wrapping up there? Anything else to add?
We'll wrap up. We'll not bother with any golf predictions for any form of competition ever again, because we've not had a winner all year.
No, not a one between any of us.
Yeah.
However,
we'll bin that.
Let's throw it out. Not talk to you about this, but I'll chuck it out there anyway. Ryder Cup, September. With a 50-50 chance of getting this one right. Who's winning? Let you go first. Europe or the USA?
Well, I want Europe to win.
No, I didn't say who you want to win. Who do you think's going to win?
I think USA will win.
Yeah, I think we're going to get absolutely battered.
I won't go that far.
I think it's not going to be quite Wisconsin at Whistling Straits battered, but I think we're going to lose by at least 5 points.
Okay.
That's my prediction, only because it's in New York. It's going to be rowdy.
Yeah, I'm not predicting. I'm just saying we're going to lose.
Well,
I'm not giving numbers.
I reckon it'll be at least 16 points to USA. That'll be my prediction. Hope I'm wrong. I hope Tommy Fleetwood holds a winning putt for Europe.
We'll see.
But we'll see. But anyway, that's in the future. And our members and everybody else, enjoy your summer golf in August. And we'll worry about winter when it gets here. But for now, enjoy the sun, enjoy the heat. And thanks for joining us once again. And thanks, Andy.
Oh, thank you. Enjoy your golf. And we'll see you all soon.
See you soon.